Assalamu alaikum. Get it on the Act Digital Economy Act 2017. Background: The Digital Economy Act 2017. The Act makes provision about electronic communication infrastructures and service, including the creation of the broad, Broadband Universal Service Order (USO) to give all premises in the UK a legal right to the request a minimum standard of broadband connectivity expect to be 10 megabits per second mbs. The act also introduces reforms of the electronic communications code that provides greater clarifications on data sharing between public bodies. The Digital Economy Bill was introduced in the House of Commons on 5 July 2016, completed its parliamentary stages and received royal assents, becoming laws on 27th April 2017. The bill followed on announcement made in the Queen's speech to introduce legislation seeking to make the United Kingdom a world leader in the digital economy. The act is make up the six parts as follows: access to digital services, digital infrastructure, online pornography, intellectual property, digital government, miscellaneous. The role of the LGA and local government in the influencing the legislation. The LGA worked with MPS and peers to provide background information and research on the proposal spot amendments to the legislations and the influence government policy over Compaging was developed with the support from the input of councils from across the country and our work with parliamentarians on the act secured a number of positive outcomes for local government. This included the LGA's Up to Speed campaign has called for greater broadband connectivity and has spotted an engagement with the legislation following publication of the bill. Sir Mark Hawthorne chaired the LGA Public People and Places Board, said the creation of the Broadband Universal Service Order as a safely net for those residents and business with poor connectivity in good news, having advocated the introduction of the broadband USO before the bill's publications. We worked with the government to ensure that remained central to the act thought out the Act's passage. We spotted parliamentarians in the attempt to strengthen the USO as minimum speeds should rise in lines with average speed across the country. The key provisions and their implications for local government. The Act contains 120 sections, clauses, and 9 schedules. Schedules are used to spell out in more detail how the Act provision or the work is practice set out below is an explanation of those provisions which will have an impact on the way local authorities provide services and which we sought the influence. Access to digital service. Section 1 Universal Service Broadband Obligation. The key provision of local government in the Act are contained in Part 1, Section Introduction and Broadband USO, which guarantees by law the right of resident to request a basic level of broadband by amending the Communication Act 2003. The government intention is for the USO at the inception to provide minimum download speeds of 10 MB for all premises. While the act does not specify minimum upload speed, however, the government will direct Ofcom the recommended the USO has minimum download speed of more than 30 MB if it appears that over 75% the premises are the assessing at least 30 MB already. This provision was inserted following concern raised by the House of Lords that the USO speeds would not keep pace with the rate of technological change.